Hey guys, it's your reality junkie fan, and I am bringing you one of the best reality shows. Whether you missed it or just need a replay to refresh your mind, I'm going to give you season 48, episode 1 of Survivor in 10 minutes or less. Okay, so first, all three teams arrive. You get a look at them, and what normally I see to be one super buff team, one brain team, one another team. This I didn't really see a difference that huge in the teams, but it was giving what I thought was like the team inspiration would have been orange, which was Siva, and Siva stands for sun. Logie is purple, it stands for sky, and I think that team was team buff. And then there was a brain team, I guess, which is the green team, Pula. I might be saying that wrong, but and I believe it stands for movement. There's Mitch with a speech impediment. And he comes up and says his piece. There's an emotional dad. There's a buff guy. There's a fire captain woman, fire captain man. The girly girl, the extreme tomboyish females, gay, bi, persons of color. There's everything, and I'm here for it. So they go straight into a competition, and it's the normal competition where, they have to go underneath the nets and climb up stuff and carry heavy stuff and, get to the end. They did all that. Purple was out front from the beginning, and I will stop saying the colors and name by name eventually, but right now I'm still trying. So Purple Logie was out front, and they came back and they dominated the whole game. They receive reward, which was supplies for camp. After the competition, a boat comes and it sends 2 people from Siva to go do their individual competition, like it always does. The 2 losing teams, Pula picked, which was green, picked Kevin, and the Siva, which was orange, picked Kyle. The competition, as usual, is long and strenuous. They are fighting till the end. However, Kyle is trying to catch up. He's trying to do really good, and he ends up slamming his jug with something, and it breaks the jug, so he's automatically disqualified. So what does he do? He goes over and he starts helping Kevin. He helps him complete his jug. They automatically bond right there. Not gonna lie, I was crying. It was an awesome moment. Anyway, so it goes back to camp, it goes to the green and starts talking about them. Mary's all impressed with herself because she made a fire, says it's the first one she's ever made, and she made it pretty quickly, so I don't know that I believe her, but whatever. Mary and Kevin start bonding right away, and Kevin is just on top of the world. He thinks everything is going his way. He won the competition. He is just doing everything he wanted to do out there. And then automatically here comes Say. She's pulling Cedric, James, Kevin over for an alliance, like right away. She is playing too hard, too fast, and she is ready to go. Then it pans over to the purple, and automatically you see all the buff guys working, taking over, making camp, and then the gay guy. I think his name was Thomas. Absolutely adorable. He's so funny. He goes in and they start bonding. Like, he's like, I can't believe I'm bonding with the buff guys, but they did. They were all doing great, and Thomas was just happy as could be. But then Bianca and Thomas start talking, and they just lock in like day one besties. They all finish cleaning up and they vibe out. Mitch goes deeper into how he is deaf. Chrissy talks about being a woman captain in the fire department. David, he's the buff superhero. He's a stuntman. He talks about how everyone thinks he's just so wonderful, but he actually lives in a trailer out front of, I think it was his brother's property, somebody's property, and how women just don't like that. And then David and Eva start talking, and they bond over Eva's autism, and I think that locked them in day ones. It goes back to the green team, and you see Cedric, who is the butt doctor's kids say. He's a surgeon, colorectal surgeon, and it lets Stephanie talk for a few minutes, and she's a little out there. She reminds me of Carolyn from was it last episode? I mean, last season, maybe the season before. But she is ready to gameplay. Like, she wants to be the best of the best. She wants to be so mischievous and playing on. But she's like, but I'm going to set on my hands and play a careful game, basically, is what I heard. In other words, she's scared. But Steph, Mary, and Say lock it in for the 3 girls. But don't be alarmed, because it's Kevin, Justin, Mary, and Steph that log it in later together, and they become day ones as well. Anyway, while on green, Say just shows to be that she is all about her. She has a crappy attitude. She doesn't care about anyone else, and she's just here to win. And I don't think that's going to get her very far, because people are already, like, not feeling it. I'm definitely not feeling it. She goes from trying to, like, come off as rough and ghetto to, hi, guys. Like, They're not going to follow for very long, surely. Anyway, it goes back to purple, and David and Mitch find clues for the Beware advantage. That time, Kyle comes back from the idol that they took him separately, him and Kevin, and he tells them he's got nothing, so they get to work. They all start working on the puzzle, they all share it, and the whole group starts working on the puzzle. Eva comes out to prove that she's a little workhorse. She says it's her autism that makes her focus on things and get it done. And as a mom of someone who has autism, I can tell you that that's absolutely so true. But Eva and Joe start talking, and Eva breaks down and tells him all about her autism, and Joe just automatically is like, I'm going to be dad, and they are going to play this a father-daughter game, basically, and Joe is automatically emotional, and he is ready to protect her at all costs. So they are day ones. It goes back to green, and Say is giving such an annoying attitude still, but she meets up with her alliance, Cedric, Justin, and someone else, I can't remember him. They look for the idol. Say finds the idol, or she finds the Beware advantage, and she sees that she has to do a whole bunch of stuff to put together to figure it out. They panic, and they start asking for help. They pan back to purple, and Star is immediately looking for the idol, and everybody realizes it. This is also where the California girls formed. It's Joe, Thomas, and they want to add Eva and someone else, but they're still going over it together. Kyle and Camilla automatically hit it off over movies and nerding out and nationalities, but Camilla and Charity are also conspiring, where Charity throws Kyle under the bus, which I was not expecting. Camilla runs and tells Kyle. Everyone except Charity gathers up, and they start talking, and they're all talking bad, and Buff Guy is like, he doesn't want to talk bad, he doesn't want to gameplay, he doesn't want to do anything against anyone else. Go home. Anyway, they all gather back, and it's time for a reward. First place got a toolkit, and second place got a smaller toolkit. Siva wins the large toolkit, and Logie wins the small one. And green goes to tribal. Of course, everyone goes back, and they're scrambling, and they start getting together, and led by Mary, wants to take out Say. I am all for that, Say. I'm all for that Mary takes Say out. Meanwhile, Say, Cedric, and Justin are all still looking for the clues. Kevin, Mary, Stephanie, and Justin all lock in together again and check in together, and they are conspiring and do their thing together. They all check in together again and say it's definitely Say, but Cedric's feeling a different kind of way, and he goes and tells Say to use her idol. So they finally get to tribal. Everyone comes in and says their part, and Say, of course, is rolling her eyes, and she has her part to say. Her little attitude, and it was just all overplayed. Anyway, voting starts. Stephanie plays her shot in the dark because she knows she didn't have a vote. She is not safe, so he reads the votes. Stephanie 3, Say 1. Stephanie goes home. That's episode 1. If you guys like me counting down and telling you everything that happened in the episode in 10 minutes or less, please follow me, because I will do all of the episodes. And if you want to follow me on my YT, I go more in depth of each show, and I would love to have you over there. Thanks, guys. Follow, like, and share, and I'll bring you more. Thanks.